Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fellow fishing accomplices. Welcome back to fishing. So we are in the tail end of August, and if you watched the last video or one of the last videos, we are still in Montauk. This is kind of like my unofficial summer season finale. There's still some summer left, make no mistake, but as a teacher, I'm definitely going to be escalating towards going back to work pretty soon. And after this summer, this is like the last major chunk of time off that I have to dedicate just to fishing. So I'm going to make good use of it. And I say that because conditions aren't exactly ideal today. We got quite a bit of strong wind, making fishing where I was yesterday impossible. Well, maybe somewhat possible, but just not very fun. So I'm in a completely different launch right now, a spot that I don't think I've fished for like 2 or 3 years. And we're gonna call it like we see it. We're sheltered from the wind where we are right now, but if we venture off too far, it's probably gonna get pretty snotty. I might be able to flirt with some deeper water, and we're gonna check that out first, because if we can make that work, we are gonna try and make it work. But otherwise, we're probably gonna hit up the shallows. So target species, fluke obviously. We can find them deep and shallow, but the bigger ones will likely be deep. Potentially some sea bass if we can fish that deeper water, and even shallow. And if we do have to fish shallow, it's probably gonna be a bunch of porgies. So either way, I'm just happy to be out here and be able to fish in this beautiful weather. But we're gonna make this work the best we can. So thank you for checking this video out, and hopefully we will give you something good to watch. So stay tuned. As always, we're getting some fishing accomplished. Okay, I guess you can see now why I didn't launch where I was yesterday. It's pretty nasty out once you get away from the shelter. This is just a little beyond the shelter break, and unless we get into some action, we're not going to hang around here. But this structure looked too good to pass off, so let's give it a shot. Couple drifts, and fortunately tide is not ripping right now, and it's moving with the wind in a way that's like somewhat sustainable. But let's just give this a shot. It's not too far from where we launched. Ooh, yeah, what's that? That's a fluke. That could be a good start right there. Feels nice. Feels real nice. Starting off on the right foot. I mean, he's maybe like barely keeper size. Good side now. It's probably like an 18-incher. High 17, low 18. Why bluff about it? It's, yeah, 17 and a half, just almost. Okay, just got our first fish, a decent sized fluke, 17 and a half inches, thereabouts. Obviously not a keeper, but it's a good sign on, you know, first legitimate drift. And since I did so well yesterday, I mean, all that fish is going to my parents. I'm not taking any of it home with me to the city, and they'll definitely appreciate it. I'm usually their source of fish in the summertime, and I have not been around here just for reasons which I won't get into right now. But today and tomorrow, today's a full day trip from here on in. Got a late start, one to sleep in. And tomorrow's gonna be a half day trip because I'm gonna go back to the city. But today and tomorrow I'm fishing for myself. Any fish I get on either of these two trips that I keep will be coming back with us to the city. Love to get some sea bass to throw in the freezer, because they are quite tasty and very tough to come by in my neck of the woods right now, this time of year at least. But I will impose a 19-inch fluke size limit on myself today. I don't really need to be keeping 18.5-inch fluke. So wouldn't mind stacking up on another limit of sea bass, but fluke I'm going to be a little bit more critical since I got a fair amount of it in the freezer right now. Just missed that hook set, but got something. Feels decent. I think it's like a snagged porgy. Yeah. Definitely a lot of these guys down there. No shortage. So much darker here too. It's like a genetic variant. What is that? Feels good. That's a good fish. I don't know what that is. Good fish. Not fighting like a fluke. Might be a big sea rabbit, I don't know. Good fish. There we go. That's why we came here. That is a nice sea bass. Damn. I knew we'd find some in shallow. Yeah, this one's coming back to the city. Like 20 inches. Almost the size of that one we had to throw back yesterday. Much thicker though. Nice little biscuit to start things off. Not even that deep water, it's crazy. All right, let's make sure we don't get capsized, because there's some serious rollers moving through here. Now I don't need to measure this fish, but we will. But let's put him on a stringer first. He is finning the crap out of me and his teeth are very sharp. Let's see what we got. It's at least 20 inches. That is just about, oh, this one's about 21 inches, so he's nice. Man, pretty fish. All right, let's bleed him out and get him 2 buddies. Okay, just got a very nice sea bass in the boat, and if there's one, and we got him that early, we can definitely get probably 2 more keepers throughout the day if we can continue to fish here. We just got to do it before the wind jacks up too much against the tide or whatever, because well, actually no, it'll be wind against tide, so it's gonna get pretty nasty once this gets moving. So let's fish this as much as we can before it gets too nasty. Already getting bit, and decide what our next move will be after that. Jeez, that was quick. That's another nice fish. Not sure what it is. Maybe another sea bass. Nah, that's a fluke. That's 100% a fluke. That no, definitely not a keeper, but no loss. He wasn't big. Good inshore bite so far. Just had a fluke right up to the boat. Not a keeper, but a lot of life over here. And we have not been at it long. Okay, so I've had quite a few pieces of gulps munched off, which is no good. So we got a fat cow jig strip on there. It's a little big for this bucktail considering the presentation we did have. But if the fish are half as aggressive as they have been, and if there's some decent ones down there, they shouldn't have too much trouble taking this. So let's give this a shot. There we go. On the jigging strip, that's a fluke. I think it's a fluke. Really small fluke. As we called it. Plenty of fluke down there, that's a good sign. Just got another short fluke on the gulp fat cow jig strip combo. It definitely works. It's definitely a good tactic when your gulp keeps getting munched off, but definitely check out the product if you've had this problem before. Link in the description. It's a very solid product. Missed that hook set, but we got another fish. Feels like another fluke, and just after the last one. Oh, it's a sea bass. It's close to keeper size, but we don't want him. Nah, he's small. But they like the fat cow jig strip too, so, and these are the guys responsible for probably destroying a lot of your gulp, so it's appropriate. There he goes. That's a nice one. He's losing weight. He's not even fighting anymore. Kingfish. Heck, we're keeping them. Never eat kingfish anymore. These things actually can get pretty tasty. I don't know. These 12 inches will keep them. I've been kept a kingfish in forever. It's like the poor man's redfish. Back down. Fluke, I think. Another weak fish. Getting on the drums today. Weak fish and kingfish are in the same drum species, or family. Okay, that was a pretty productive drift. We got a fluke, sea bass, weak fish, and kingfish. 4 species right there. And I think there's no better way to come off that than to dive into today's seltzer of the day. And folks, this is one of the most divisive flavors of seltzer that I know of. Controversial even. This is your grapefruit. Definitely, you know, a divisive flavor. Some people love it, some people hate it. And now it is time for me, Dan, to review it. So here we go. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I mean, I wouldn't say this is my favorite flavor of seltzer, but it's definitely tasty, and it 100% tastes like grapefruit. That's one of the things about grapefruit, you know, like, it's an acquired taste. You know, you either really enjoy it or you absolutely can't stand it. And I'm hoping this channel isn't an acquired taste, so while you're here, it'd really help me out if you can hit that like button. Be awesome if this video can get over 50 likes. But if not, no sweat, that is your prerogative. And also think about subscribing while you're here. So with that out of the way, hopefully we got a lot of fish and fishing to come. Let's get back on the action. It's probably bottom. That's not bottom, that's a fluke. It's close, but I don't think I'm keeping him. If he were bigger, I would have netted him, but he's like probably an on the line size keeper. Sure, weak fish. A lot of weak fish over here. A little bigger. Easy, 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 easy. Simmer down now. Don't want to get fanged. There's a ton of fish over here. We just got a fluke and then a weak fish within like 5 minutes. There we go. That's something good. I think it's a fluke. Yeah, just pulling him against tide. It's not that big. There he is. What do we got? I think that's a fluke. And he's off. Didn't feel huge, so not a big loss. Back down. And we're back. That feels a bit better. It feels quite a bit better. I think that might be a sea bass though. It's good fish. Good fish. Just hope he's not foul hooked. I think it's a a sea bass. Yes, sir. Another solid sea bass. Damn, son. Damn, son. Yeah, we'll take you. That's number 2. A little smaller than the last one, but easily like 18, 19 inches. Good thing he is big because he swallowed it, so I'm not going to throw back a dead fish, that's for dang sure. But in case you're unaware or don't believe me that this thing is 15 or 16 inches, I should say, let's measure him up. Yeah, this is a little over 18, almost 18 and a half, so solid fish. That's got to him too. Okay, we've up to a 1 ounce spro bucktail, and this is white, so we put a 4-inch gulp, 5-inch gulp swimming mullet on there, and behind that we have our fat cow jig strip, and it's white. So let's see how this does. I think there's probably some more quality fish over here. We're a bit deeper. There's definitely just as much structure. This wind is definitely starting to improve, at least in this area, so hopefully we'll be able to explore a little bit. Lots of weak fish around. That's always a good sign. Is that a weak fish? No, that's a porgy. Well, there goes that. It's probably the first legal porgy. That's a fluke. Definite fluke. Not a terrible one, but still not what we're looking for. Come on. Easy, easy does it now. Thick fish. Got quite the tum-tum. It's quite breezy today, but it's actually kind of helping us. Tide's going that way, wind's coming this way. So what we're doing is doing our best to pedal against the wind to keep our boat with our line moving with the tide, and it's been working so far, and it's actually made resetting drifts a lot easier than it would be otherwise. I mean, I'd rather have no wind, but I think considering the way things are playing out right now, the angle of the wind, this is definitely fishable. You just got to be on your toes and keep 100%, you know, attention on what's going on around you. But again, having that wind against the tide makes the drift resetting so much easier. If this were with the tide, forget it. It would be impossible. And I know that because that's what happened the other day. Oh, that was a good bite. That was probably a big sea bass. Come on. Man, we are just on the biscuit meat today. That's a cool looking one. A little shorter than I want to keep at this point though. I mean, heck, if we were in Connecticut and we got this guy, it'd be a different story, but oh, those teeth. Not so easy to lip these things like a largemouth. And back you go. And back we go. Little fluke, I think. Another weak fish. Kind of feel like a fluke for a sec. I'm getting a little bigger too, so that's good. That one's probably pretty close to 18 to 20 inches. Okay, back to the mangled gulp fat cow jig strip combo. I'm just losing too much gulp, and honestly, even if I get less bites, it's just the smaller fish that are gonna get weeded out. So this is probably the best situation I can put myself in right now. There we go, that's a fluke. That's definitely a fluke. I'm getting closer. That one might actually, like probably 17 and a half. There we go. That's a good one. That's a good fish. Whatever that is, it's a keeper. I think it's a fluke. Good fluke. Really nice fluke. Lighten up a little, but I'm pretty sure this is easily like a 2021 keeper. Oh yeah. You'll come home with us. Yes, indeed. he's not huge, but he's nice. Nice 20-incher thereabouts. He'll come to the city with us. An easy keeper. It's about 19 and a half. Get some good fillets off this one. Okay, first keeper fluke in the boat. Took a while, but we got him. That's one keeper fluke, two keeper sea bass, and we let go one keeper sea bass. So technically we got a sea bass limit, but we still got one open slot for a bigger one and 3 open slots for fluke. So let's do that again. Usually when you find one keeper fluke, you want to go over that spot again. Not usually, always. But let's see if there's another, if he's got a buddy down there. Hopefully a big buddy. Oh man, another nice fish. Another really nice fish. This one's probably a sea bass. Let's close out our sea bass limit. Might be a fluke though. Ooh, no, 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 no. Come back, come back, come back. Oh, damn. Got him. Got him back. I don't know if it's the same fish, but not bad. Nice sea bass. Damn, look at that thing. That's our sea bass limit. See, it was a good thing we held out. Just threw up. What even is this? It's like organs? I don't know. Obvious keeper, but in case you're wondering, it's about 19. All right, awesome. Okay, let's see if we can pull a few more nice fluke off that structure. Heck, even sea bass, obviously they're going right back, but I bet there could be like a 5 or 6 pounder down there if you do this the right way at the right time. What is this? Sea bass probably? Another nice, it's a keeper, but we're at our limit now, so you're going back. Maybe a little short a keeper. Close. It's all about fin size at this point. Pretty fish. What is that? Big sea bass, probably. Maybe not, I don't know. It's big. Very big. I'm guessing sea bass. Big sea bass. I don't think that's a fluke. It'd be awesome if it was, because it'd be big. No! Damn, son. That fish ain't coming back. Pretty sure it was a sea bass. It just didn't feel like a fluke. No head shakes of any kind. But it wasn't dead weight either, so I'm just gonna tell myself that was a sea bass to feel better about it. That is probably also a decent sea bass. Maybe a fluke, but I doubt it. Bow hook, that'll do it. I think that's what happened to the last one. This didn't feel quite right. Okay, so that's going to do it for today, I think. I've seen a few schools of mackerel, what I assume are mackerel, popping up here and there. Pretty sure they're just chub mackerel, but if one of them happens to pop up in front of us, I'll give it a quick shot. But otherwise, pretty solid day of fishing. I did not have super high expectations for today due to the wind. But the big thing was plan accordingly. Don't just try and, it's important, or it was important that I didn't just try and do whatever I wanted, you know, go to the spot that I wanted to fish, even if it was going to be impossible. I definitely made the right call to come here in an area that was much more sheltered from the wind and try and get on the fish where, you know, meet them halfway, I guess. And in that spot, be very focused on key pieces of structure. Work the structure hard, and the second you're off the structure, reset the drift and try again, perhaps from another angle, but knowing that these fish are very structure oriented, even if it's in shallow water or deep water. And we definitely made it work for us. Full limit of sea bass, good sized fluke, definitely taking some meat home back to the city tomorrow. I'll give it at least one more go there tomorrow, hopefully get on some more action like this and maybe find something really, really big, but whatever. It's been a great trip so far, so thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Catch you on the next one, and of course, goodbye from fishing.